and I'm playing free for all at the moment with the silenced FAMAS, which is a very good weapon, but I think it looks really weird. Look at the silencer stuck on the end of that. I think that just looks really, really weird. I don't know, I don't like it. I think the red dot as well looks a little bit funny, but it definitely helps. It's a good attachment. But I don't know, this gun it's very different to the Modern Warfare 2 FAMAS, but I prefer it in this game. Mainly because it's a full auto gun. Although I did enjoy using the FAMAS in Modern Warfare 2. But that's not what I'm going to be talking about today. Today I'm going to be talking a little bit about Modern Warfare 3, because they just released some more information on that. And I'm going to be talking a little bit about Hangover 2, which I went to see on Saturday last weekend. So I'm going to start with Hangover 2. I went to see that with pretty high expectations because Hangover 1 was so good. In my opinion at least. I know there are probably going to be quite a few people that didn't enjoy the film, but I know the majority of at least my friend group enjoyed it a lot. And when we went to see Hangover 2, that was no exception. It was equally as funny, but the storyline was almost exactly the same. They pretty much only changed the location of the film. They went to Bangkok in Taiwan, I think, or Thailand, sorry. I don't know where I got Taiwan from. But yeah, they went to Bangkok in Thailand, which is famous for a couple of things. One of them I'll get onto in a bit. And they go there because the dentist, I've forgotten his name already, the dentist is getting married to a Thai girl there, and that's why they have to fly over there for the wedding, because of her family. So the film starts out where they are trying to convince the dentist to let Alan join them, who's the guy that drugs them all in Hangover 1. The stupid, sort of retarded one that, like, seems a bit psycho. They are trying to convince, I think his name's Stu. I'm going to call him Stu for now at least, the dentist. I'm calling him Stu. Basically, Doug and everyone else is trying to convince Stu to let Alan join them for the wedding. Stu obviously doesn't want that because Alan's a psycho. But eventually they get Alan to come along, and Alan plays up a lot. He's like a child for most of the film, because they've got this new kid following them around, which is the son, sorry, not the son, the younger brother of the bride, and he's tagging along with them all, and Alan doesn't like that. He's still going on about his stupid wolf pack idea where they have to stick together, just the three of them or something like that. But it's really funny because he ends up drugging them again. I really don't want to give too much away, but actually no, I'm not going to say that. I was going to tell you how he drugs them, but if you haven't seen the film then I don't want to spoil anything. So basically Alan drugs them again, but only some of them are affected. Doug, who was a very prominent character in Hangover 1, almost doesn't exist in the entire film of Hangover 2, because he doesn't get drugged. He stays at the hotel the whole time, and he doesn't really do much in the film. I don't know why they cut him out, but he really doesn't do much in the entire film, which was a bit of a shame because he's a pretty funny character and I would like to see more from him. But he pretty much just sits at the hotel and, like, you only ever see him on the phone to them, which was a bit of a disappointment in my opinion. But it's still, the film's still good. I think if you have seen Hangover 1 though, it will be very samey. The storyline is exactly the same, as I've said. But it's definitely worth seeing, and I really don't want to talk much more about this because I'm afraid I'll give something important away. But there's some very cool moments in the film, and it's definitely worth a watch if you haven't seen it yet. Oh, and I was going to tell you what Bangkok was famous for. In Bangkok, I don't know if you'll know this, I've heard it quite a lot though, there are more hermaphrodites in Bangkok than women. So they go to a couple of strip clubs when they're there, and as you can guess, it goes pretty badly. I don't want to give much away, but I'm sure you can all guess. But that's pretty funny. So the other thing I was going to talk about today was Modern Warfare 3. So the other night, I think it was yesterday, Infinity Ward came out with some more information about what they're bringing with Modern Warfare 3, and in my opinion it wasn't good stuff. They talk about bringing this thing called a Elite subscription, where you have to pay a little bit of money a month. I don't know how much it's going to be, but they said it's going to be less than £8. But nevertheless, you have to pay a monthly subscription to get access to things like theatre mode. So that's going to be a huge shame to me. I'm really... I don't think I'll pay for it. I think if it comes around... because Battlefield 3 is coming out, and I think what I'll do... I'll not pay the monthly subscription for Modern Warfare 3, because I'll still have Battlefield 3 to play. Skyrim's coming out as well, if you guys are into sort of first-person roleplay style games, that sort of thing. You'll know Skyrim's coming out, Elder Scrolls 5 that is. So I think there's going to be a lot of other games to play without needing to pay the subscription for Modern Warfare 3's online. Sorry, not online. You can still play the game, you can have all the features in the game, but to access combat records and theatre mode, they've said, you have to pay a monthly subscription. So basically, all this subscription does is it gives you access to a website that they're going to be putting up, where, like I've mentioned, you can get your theatre mode from there, and as well as your theatre mode, you can get your combat record and stuff from there, seeing heat maps, what guns you do well with or not, that sort of thing. And this seems like they're just trying to trying to get a little bit more money out of us. It seems a little bit cheap to me. I don't really see what they're going with for that. I don't know if it's going to be worth it to them, because I think it's going to put a couple of people off, especially people that are on the edge about buying Modern Warfare 3 or Battlefield 3. I think this might be the deciding factor to make people buy Battlefield. So I'm still getting both games, but at the moment I'm not subscribing to Modern Warfare 3. But tell me what you guys are doing in the comment section below, and I'll see you all later. Have a nice day.